Introduction. The power of 1% improvement. What if the secret to extraordinary success wasn't talent, luck, or a dramatic overhaul of your life? What if it was as simple as getting just 1% better every day? Imagine two people starting at the same point, same school, same job, same dreams. One skyrockets to success, mastering new skills, seizing opportunities, and living a life most only dream of. The other? They stagnate, stuck in the same job, fighting the same battles, wondering why they're always left behind. The difference isn't intelligence or privilege, it's the choice to keep growing, 1% at a time. This is the brutal truth most people ignore. The moment you stop learning, you start losing. In a world that changes faster than ever, standing still is the same as falling behind. Industries evolve, skills become obsolete, and knowledge doubles daily. Those who thrive don't rely on big heroic efforts. They master the art of small, consistent improvements, actions so tiny they seem insignificant but compound into life-changing results. Read 10 pages a day, and in a year, you've devoured thousands. Practice a skill for 10 minutes daily, and in months, you're ahead of 99% of people. This is the 1% rule, and it's the hidden formula the world's most successful people use to dominate their fields. You've felt it, haven't you? The frustration of working hard but not seeing results. The sting of watching others pass you by while you're stuck in a rut. It's not because you're incapable. It's because you haven't yet unlocked the power of daily growth. The good news? You're already ahead of the masses. By picking up this book, you've decided to take control of your future. You're ready to break free from the cycle of starting and stopping, of dreaming without doing. 1%. Better every day isn't about motivation or fluffy promises. It's a practical blueprint to transform your life through small, deliberate actions. Each chapter gives you tools to rewire your mindset, build unbreakable habits, and execute with precision. You'll learn why lifelong learning trumps talent, how 10 minutes of focus can outshine hours of distraction, and how discipline, not motivation, creates lasting success. From mastering confidence to staying ahead for life, this book shows you how to turn tiny steps into exponential leaps. The world rewards those who grow daily and punishes those who coast. Right now, you have a choice. Keep chasing quick fixes that fade, or commit to the 1% rule and become unstoppable. The next year will pass whether you act or not. Where will you be 365 days from now? Turn the page and let's start building the life you were meant to live, one small, powerful step at a time. Chapter 1. The Mindset of Lifelong Learning. Why do some people seem to excel effortlessly while others stay stuck? It's not luck or talent. It's how they think about learning. To get 1% better every day, you must embrace a mindset that sees growth as endless. The world's top performers, from Elon Musk to Oprah Winfrey, share one trait. They never stop learning. This chapter rewires your brain to make learning a daily habit, setting you apart from the 99% who believe education ends with a diploma. Most people fall into a trap called the fixed mindset. They think, I'm either good at something or I'm not. They avoid challenges, fear looking foolish, and see failure as proof they're not cut out for success. This mindset kills progress. Contrast that with a growth mindset, where failure is feedback, effort builds skill, and challenges are chances to grow. Psychologist Carol Dweck found that those with a growth mindset achieve more because they believe they can improve. Add yet to your doubts. I'm not good at this yet. And you'll unlock a world of possibilities. Curiosity is your superpower. As kids, we asked endless questions, but society often teaches us to stop. The 1% never do. They question everything. Why does this work? How can I improve it? When you hear a fact, ask, is that true? When you see success, wonder, how did they get there? Start a daily habit. Write down one question about something you want to understand better. This simple act keeps your mind hungry and open, fueling 1% gains. Fear of failure holds most people back. They don't try because they might look stupid. But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the path to it. Every expert was once a beginner who stumbled and kept going. The next time you fail, ask, what did this teach me? Reframe mistakes as lessons, and you'll fear them less. Try this today. Do one thing that scares you, like speaking up in a meeting or starting a new skill. Each small risk builds confidence for the next. Lifelong learning isn't about degrees. It's a lifestyle. The world changes fast. What you learned 5 years ago may be obsolete. To stay ahead, make learning non-negotiable. Commit to 10 minutes daily. Read an article, watch a tutorial, or practice a skill. Track your progress in a journal to see your 1% improvements stack up. The 99% coast, assuming they know enough. The 1% know there's always more to learn. You have a choice. Cling to a fixed mindset and stagnate, or embrace growth and soar. Start today. Ask one question, face one fear, learn one thing. These tiny steps compound into a life where you're always ahead. The journey to mastery begins with how you think. Choose to grow, and the rest will follow. Chapter 2. The Magic of Daily Reading. What separates the world's most successful people from everyone else? They read voraciously. Warren Buffett spends hours daily with books, and Elon Musk credits reading for his breakthroughs. Reading isn't just a hobby. It's a superpower that fuels 1% daily growth. This chapter shows you how to harness the magic of daily reading, turning a few minutes into a wealth of knowledge that sets you apart from the 99%. Books are shortcuts to mastery. In a few hours, you can tap into decades of someone's expertise. Reading rewires your brain, expands your perspective, and arms you with ideas to solve problems. The compound effect of daily reading is staggering. 10 pages a day becomes 3,600 pages a year. Dozens of books that reshape how you think and act. Yet most people barely read one book annually. By making reading a daily habit, you'll leap ahead of the crowd. What should you read? Balance is key. Nonfiction, biographies, business, or science, delivers practical insights. Fiction, like novels or short stories, boosts empathy and creativity, letting you see the world through others' eyes. Start with topics you're curious about, whether it's leadership or sci-fi. Don't force heavy tomes. Pick books that spark joy or challenge your thinking. A simple rule: always have one nonfiction and one fiction book on your nightstand. Reading faster and retaining more takes practice. To speed up, use a finger or pen to guide your eyes, reducing backtracking. Focus on key ideas, not every word. Most books repeat concepts. For retention, take notes. Jot down one key takeaway per chapter or summarize what you read in a sentence. This cements ideas in your mind. Try the teach it trick. Explain a book's main point to a friend, real or imaginary, to lock in understanding. The biggest hurdle? Starting. Life's busy and Netflix is tempting. But you don't need hours. 10 minutes daily is enough. Read one page if that's all you can manage. The habit matters more than the volume. Set a time, like morning coffee or before bed, and keep a book nearby to eliminate excuses. Track your pages in a journal to see progress pile up. If you struggle, swap scrolling for reading. Those 20 minutes on your phone could finish a chapter. Here's your challenge. Commit to 10 minutes of reading daily for 30 days. Pick one book, fiction or nonfiction, and read at the same time each day. Write down one idea you learn daily. By day 30, you'll feel sharper, more confident, and hooked on learning. The 99% will waste time on distractions. You'll build a library in your mind. Reading is the easiest way to grow 1% every day. It's not about finishing books. It's about starting. Open a page today, and you're already ahead. Keep going, and you'll unlock a world of ideas that change everything. Chapter 3. The Compound Effect of Small Habits. Why do some people achieve massive success while others stay stuck? It's not about grand gestures. It's about tiny, daily habits. The 1% rule thrives on the compound effect. Small actions, done consistently, multiply into extraordinary results. This chapter shows you how to build habits that stick, turning 1% daily improvements into a life of unstoppable growth. The magic of small habits is their exponential power. Read 10 pages a day, and in a year, you've consumed 3,600 pages, dozens of books. Do 5 push-ups daily, and in months, you're stronger than most. Compare two people. One builds small habits, the other waits for big breakthroughs. After a year, the habit builder is miles ahead. The other hasn't moved. The 99% chase instant results, quitting when progress feels slow. The 1% know that small, steady steps compound into breakthroughs. Big efforts often fail because they're unsustainable. New Year's resolutions, intense diets, or marathon work sessions fizzle out when motivation fades. Small habits succeed because they're easy to maintain. Writing 50 words a day or walking for 5 minutes requires minimal effort. Yet over time, these actions transform you. The secret isn't intensity, it's consistency. Success comes from showing up daily, not from one heroic push. How do you build habits that last? Start small, ridiculously small. Want to learn a skill? Practice for 5 minutes a day. Next, tie your habit to a cue. Read after breakfast, stretch before bed. This makes it automatic. Track your progress with a journal or app. Seeing a streak grow keeps you hooked. Use the 2-day rule. Never skip 2 days in a row to prevent quitting from becoming a habit. Patience is key. Results take time, but every step compounds. Your challenge: pick one area to improve: health, knowledge, or a skill. Choose a tiny action, like reading 1 page or doing 10 squats daily. Schedule it at the same time, track it for 30 days, and watch it grow. If you slip, get back on track the next day. The 99% will burn out chasing quick fixes. You'll build momentum that lasts. The compound effect is your secret weapon. While others sprint and stumble, you'll take small, steady steps, growing 1% every day. In a year, you'll be unrecognizable, not because you worked harder, but because you worked smarter. Start today. One small habit, one small win. Your future is shaped by the choices you make right now. Chapter 4. Mastering Focus in a Distracted World. Ever wonder why you're busy all day but accomplish so little? In a world of pinging notifications and endless tabs, focus is your superpower for 1% daily growth. The 1% don't scatter their energy. They laser in on what matters. This chapter equips you to conquer distractions, harness deep work, and make every minute count, turning small, focused efforts into massive results. Multitasking is a myth that kills productivity. Studies show switching tasks cuts efficiency by up to 40%. When you juggle emails, chats, and work, your brain wastes energy refocusing, leaving you drained with little to show. The 99% fall for this trap, bouncing between tasks and feeling busy. The 1% work on one thing at a time, diving deep to produce quality results faster. Digital distractions are your biggest enemy. The average person checks their phone 150 times a day, each interruption stealing focus. To fight back, create a distraction-free zone. Silence notifications, use apps to block social media during work hours, and keep your phone out of sight. Try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This trains your brain to stay sharp and resist the urge to scroll. Deep work, intense, uninterrupted focus, is how masterpieces are made. Schedule 1 hour daily for your most important task, ideally in the morning when willpower is high. Use a ritual to signal focus. Clear your desk, put on noise-canceling headphones, or play instrumental music. Protect this time fiercely. It's your ticket to 1% gains. If an hour feels daunting, start with 15 minutes and build up. Saying no is a focus superpower. The 99% say yes to every request, diluting their energy. The 1% prioritize ruthlessly, declining low-value tasks to guard their time. Practice polite refusals. I'd love to help, but my schedule's tight. Each no frees you to say yes to what drives growth. Review your commitments weekly. What can you cut to focus on your 1% goals? Your challenge: for 30 days, commit to one daily focus block. Pick your top priority, learning, creating, or exercising, and give it 25 minutes of uninterrupted attention. Silence your phone, use Pomodoro, and track your sessions in a journal. Notice how much more you accomplish. The 99% will stay scattered, chasing every ping. You'll build a habit that multiplies your progress. Focus isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. In a distracted world, the ability to zero in is rare and powerful. Start today. One focused block, one small win. Keep it up, and you'll outpace everyone, 1% at a time. Chapter 5. The Discipline Advantage. Why do some people achieve their goals while others just dream? It's not motivation, it's discipline. Motivation is a fleeting spark, gone when life gets tough. Discipline is the steady engine that drives 1% daily growth no matter how you feel. This chapter shows you how to build ironclad discipline, turning small, consistent actions into a life of extraordinary results. Motivation is a lie. It's great for starting, but it fades when obstacles hit. The 99% wait for the right mood to act, stalling their progress. The 1% act anyway, rain or shine. Discipline isn't about willpower, it's about systems. Science backs this. Self-discipline rewires your brain's reward system, making hard tasks feel easier over time. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your ability to do it again. The no excuse rule is your foundation. Laziness thrives on justifications. I'm too tired, or I'll start tomorrow. Discipline demands you act despite excuses. Feeling off? Do the bare minimum, 1 page, 5 push-ups, but never 0. This builds a habit of showing up. Create a non-negotiable daily task, like 10 minutes of learning or exercise, and treat it like brushing your teeth. No debate, just do it. Discipline means choosing the right pain. You'll face pain either way, the pain of effort now or the pain of regret later. The 1% pick the short-term discomfort of action, waking early, skipping distractions, knowing it leads to freedom. The 99% choose comfort today, only to face the heavier weight of missed opportunities. Ask yourself, what will I regret more? Let the answer drive you. To build discipline, start small and systematize. Pick one goal, reading, fitness, or a skill, and commit to a tiny daily action, like 10 minutes of work. Schedule it at the same time daily to make it automatic. Track your streak in a journal. Each day strengthens your resolve. If you slip, use the 2-day rule. Never miss 2 days in a row. Over time, discipline becomes who you are, not what you do. Your challenge: for 30 days, pick one non-negotiable task. Make it small, 10 squats, 1-page read, and do it daily. No excuses. Log it, and if you miss a day, double down the next. The 99% will lean on motivation and falter. You'll build a system that lasts. Discipline is your edge. It's not sexy, but it's unstoppable. While others wait for inspiration, you'll stack 1% wins, day after day. Start now, one disciplined action, one step closer to the life you want. Chapter 6. Consistency. The key to unstoppable momentum. Ever notice how some people seem to effortlessly achieve their goals? Their secret isn't talent or luck, it's consistency. Consistency turns 1% daily improvements into unstoppable momentum, making success inevitable. This chapter reveals how to show up every day, sidestep motivation traps, and build habits that stick, transforming small actions into a life of extraordinary progress. Small, repeated actions are the backbone of success. Writing 100 words daily might seem trivial, but in a year, that's a 36,500-word book. The 99% start strong, then quit when excitement fades. The 1% keep going day after day, knowing consistency compounds. One workout won't change your body, but 365 will. 1-page read won't make you an expert, but thousands will. The power lies in never stopping. Motivation is a trap. It's a burst of energy that vanishes when life gets hard. Waiting for the perfect moment to act keeps you stuck. Consistency doesn't rely on feelings. It's a system. The 2-day rule is your shield. Never skip your habit 2 days in a row. Miss a day? Fine, but get back on track tomorrow. This prevents a single slip from derailing your progress. Redefine success as showing up, not hitting grand milestones. Building unbreakable habits starts with simplicity. Pick a tiny action, 10 minutes of learning, 5 push-ups, or 1 journal entry. Make it so easy you can't fail. Tie it to a cue, like exercising after coffee, to make it automatic. Track your streak in a notebook or app. Each checkmark builds pride and momentum. If distractions tempt you, swap them for your habit. Read instead of scrolling. Over time, consistency becomes your identity. You're someone who shows up. Your challenge. For 30 days, commit to one tiny habit. Choose something small, like reading 1 page or walking 10 minutes daily. Schedule it, track it, and follow the 2-day rule. If you falter, restart the next day. The 99% will chase fleeting motivation and stall. You'll build a streak that fuels growth. Consistency is your superpower. While others start and stop, you'll stack 1% wins, creating momentum that's hard to break. In months, you'll look back and marvel at how far you've come, not from one big leap, but from countless small steps. Start today. One action, one day. Keep going, and nothing can stop you. Chapter 7. Thinking like the 1%. Why do the top 1% achieve so much with the same 24 hours we all have? It's not just hard work, it's how they think. The 1% use leverage, logic, and long-term strategy to multiply their 1% daily improvements. This chapter rewires your mind to think like the elite, turning small actions into massive results by focusing on what truly matters. The 1% don't trade time for effort. They leverage it. Leverage means getting outsized results from smart choices. Instead of grinding harder, they invest in high-impact skills, like learning to negotiate or code, which pay off for years. They delegate low-value tasks, like chores, to free up time for growth. Ask yourself, what's one skill or system that could 10 times my results? Start learning it today, even for 10 minutes. The 99% stay busy. The 1% stay strategic. Logic, not emotion, drives their decisions. The 99% act on impulses, buying on a whim or quitting when frustrated. The 1% pause, weigh options, and choose what aligns with their goals. Next time you're tempted to react, stop and ask, does this move me closer to my 1% growth? Practice this daily, and you'll make choices that compound. Keep a decision journal. Write down one choice each day and why you made it. Over time, you'll spot emotional traps and sharpen your logic. Long-term thinking sets the 1% apart. The 99% chase quick wins, like viral fame or fast cash, only to crash. The 1% play the long game, prioritizing actions that benefit them in 5 or 10 years. Want to be fit? One workout won't do it, but daily exercise will. Want wealth? Save and invest consistently. Every day ask, will this help me a decade from now? This mindset turns 1% steps into a legacy of success. Your challenge. For 30 days, adopt one 1% thinking habit. Pick a high-leverage skill, like public speaking or writing, and practice it for 10 minutes daily. Log one daily decision, noting if it was logical or emotional. Before acting, ask how it serves your long-term goals. The 99% will chase shiny distractions. You'll build a mind that multiplies results. Thinking like the 1% isn't about being born special. It's about choosing strategy over chaos. While others grind for crumbs, you'll leverage time, decide with clarity, and aim far ahead. Start today. One smart choice, one step toward the elite. Keep it up, and you'll outpace everyone, 1% at a time. Chapter 8. Building Unshakable Confidence. Ever wonder why some people walk into a room and own it? Confidence isn't a gift. It's a skill you build, and it's the fuel for 1% daily growth. Without it, even the best habits falter. The 1% act boldly, trusting themselves to improve daily. This chapter reveals how to crush confidence killers and build unshakable self-belief, turning small wins into a commanding presence. confidence killers sabotage most people. Seeking external validation, likes, praise, or approval, makes you fragile. Comparing yourself to others breeds doubt. Negative self-talk like, "I'm not good enough," poisons your mind. The 99% let these traps shrink their potential. The 1% reject them, focusing inward to build a rock-solid core. Start today. Mute one source of comparison like social media and replace it with a growth habit. The formula for confidence is simple but powerful: mastery, facing fears, body language, and self-talk. Mastery comes from small wins. Practice a skill daily, like writing or speaking, and competence breeds confidence. Facing fears, like asking for a raise or trying something new, shrinks their power. Stand tall, shoulders back, and move with purpose. Your body shapes your mind. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." These 1% actions compound into belief that's hard to shake. Commanding respect starts with conviction. The 1% speak with clarity, maintain eye contact, and own their space. Practice this. Say one sentence daily to a mirror like, "I'm capable," with full confidence. It feels odd, but rewires how you carry yourself. Keep promises to yourself. Finish that 10-minute workout or reading goal. Each kept promise builds self-trust, making you unstoppable. Your challenge: for 30 days, build confidence daily. Pick one skill to practice for 10 minutes. Face one small fear, like initiating a conversation. Stand tall during one interaction, and write one positive self-talk statement. Log these in a journal. The 99% will shrink from fear and doubt. You'll grow bolder with every step. Here's how to start. Today, do one thing that scares you, even if it's small, like sharing an idea. Stand tall, tell yourself, "I've got this," and do it. Track it. The 99% wait for confidence to magically appear. The 1% build it through action. Over time, these 1% efforts create a presence that turns heads. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about trusting you'll improve. While others hesitate, you'll act. Stacking 1% wins daily. Start now. One bold move, one step toward unshakable belief. Chapter 9. The Discipline Code for Elite Performance. What makes elite performers unstoppable? It's not talent or bursts of effort. It's a disciplined system that guarantees 1% daily growth. Motivation fades, but discipline endures, turning small actions into elite results. This chapter builds on Chapter 5, giving you a foolproof code to crush procrastination, rewire your brain, and perform like the 1%, no matter the odds. Motivation is a weak foundation. It's a high that crashes when life gets messy. Deadlines, stress, or bad days. The 99% rely on it, starting strong but fizzling out. Discipline, however, is a machine. Science shows consistent action rewires your brain's neural pathways, making discipline easier over time. Every time you act despite resistance, you strengthen your ability to do it again. The 1% don't wait to feel ready. They follow a system. The discipline code has 3 pillars: eliminate decision fatigue, use the 5-minute rule, and leverage accountability. Decision fatigue drains willpower with endless choices. Simplify. Pick one daily task, like 10 minutes of learning, and make it non-negotiable. Schedule it at the same time, like after breakfast, to remove debate. The 5-minute rule kills procrastination. Commit to just 5 minutes of a task. Starting is the hardest part. Most times, you'll keep going. Accountability seals the deal. Tell a friend your goal or use an app to track progress. The 1% know external pressure sharpens focus. Excuses are the enemy. "I'm too busy," or "I'll do it later," lets laziness win. Adopt a no-negotiation policy. Your task happens no matter what. If you're swamped, do the minimum, 1 page, 5 reps, but never 0. Celebrate small wins. Each completion rewires your brain to crave discipline. The 99% negotiate with themselves and lose. The 1% act and win. Your challenge: for 30 days, follow the discipline code. Pick one daily task, schedule it, and start with 5 minutes. Track it in a journal and share your goal with a friend for accountability. If you slip, use the 2-day rule. Never miss 2 days. Log each win to see your discipline grow. The 99% will stall, trapped by excuses. You'll build a system that runs on autopilot. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's relentless. While others chase fleeting motivation, you'll stack 1% wins with a code that works. Start today. One task, 5 minutes, no excuses. Keep it up, and you'll perform at a level most only dream of. Chapter 10. Relentless Execution for Rapid Results. Why do some people achieve in months what takes others years? They execute relentlessly. Execution turns 1% daily improvements into rapid results, bridging the gap between plans and reality. This chapter dismantles barriers to action and gives you a system to prioritize, act fast, and win every day, making you unstoppable. 3 traps derail most people: the learning loop, perfectionism, and distraction addiction. The learning loop keeps you studying without doing, reading endlessly, but never applying. Perfectionism stalls you, waiting for the perfect moment or product. Distractions like social media steal your time. The 99% fall into these traps, delaying action. The 1% act now, learning through doing, embracing good enough progress and blocking distractions. The relentless execution system has 4 parts. Prioritize ruthlessly, eliminate 0 days, time block, and use the 2-minute rule. Start by picking your top priority daily. What's the one task that drives 1% growth? Focus on it first. 0 days, days with no progress. Kill momentum. Commit to at least one small action daily, like writing 50 words or running 10 minutes. Time block your priority task. Reserve 25 minutes each morning, distraction-free, to tackle it. The 2-minute rule crushes procrastination. Start any task by doing it for just 2 minutes. Starting is half the battle. You'll often keep going. Winning the morning sets the tone. The 1% own their first hour, using it for high-impact tasks like learning or creating. Wake 30 minutes earlier, skip your phone, and dive into your priority. This small win snowballs into a productive day. The 99% start scattered, checking emails or scrolling. You'll start strong, building momentum. Your challenge? For 30 days, execute daily. Each morning, pick one priority task that drives 1% growth. Time block 25 minutes for it, start with 2 minutes, and log it in a journal. No 0 days. Do something, even if small. The 99% will overplan and procrastinate. You'll act and see results fast. Execution isn't about working harder. It's about working now. While others hesitate, trapped by fear or distractions, you'll stack 1% wins with relentless action. Start today. Pick one task, act for 2 minutes, own your morning. Keep it up, and you'll achieve what others only dream of. Chapter 11. Mental Toughness for Unbreakable Resilience. Why do some people thrive under pressure while others crumble? Mental toughness is the steel that holds 1% daily growth together when life gets hard. It's not about being fearless. It's about acting, despite fear. This chapter shows you how to build unbreakable resilience, ensuring you keep improving, no matter the obstacles. Most people weaken their toughness with 3 mistakes: avoiding hardship, letting feelings dictate actions, and breaking under pressure. The 99% dodge discomfort, skipping workouts or tough talks, staying soft. They act only when they feel like it, stalling progress. When stress hits, they fold, overwhelmed. The 1% embrace hardship, control their thoughts, and perform when it counts, stacking 1% wins through chaos. Building mental toughness starts with handling pain. Life's challenges, rejection, failure, fatigue, are inevitable. Treat them as training. Next time you're tired, push for one more rep or page. Small acts of endurance rewire your brain to tolerate discomfort. Control your thoughts. When negativity creeps in, like, "I can't do this," counter with, "I'm tougher than this." Write one empowering thought daily to build this habit. Seek difficulty deliberately. Take a cold shower or tackle a hard task. Each choice to lean in makes you stronger. Your identity shapes your toughness. The 1% see themselves as resilient. I'm someone who never quits. Build this by keeping small promises to yourself. Finish your daily 10-minute learning or exercise, no excuses. Each kept promise cements your self-image. Under pressure, act like the person you want to be, calm, focused, relentless. Over time, this becomes who you are. Your challenge: for 30 days, train mental toughness daily. Do one hard thing. Run an extra minute, face a fear like public speaking, or skip a comfort like dessert. Write one positive thought, like, I thrive under pressure, and keep one small promise to yourself. Log these in a journal. The 99% will shy away from pain. You'll grow stronger with every test. Mental toughness isn't born, it's forged. While others crack, you'll stand firm, stacking 1% gains through storms. Start today. One hard choice, one empowering thought, one kept promise. Keep going, and you'll become unbreakable. Chapter 12. The Pursuit of Mastery. What separates the good from the world class? Mastery, the relentless pursuit of excellence, is the pinnacle of 1% daily growth. It's not about talent, it's about obsession and discipline. This chapter reveals why most fail to reach mastery and gives you a framework to become elite in your craft, turning small, daily efforts into legendary results. The painful truth: mastery is hard, and most quit. The 99% dabble, chasing quick wins or switching paths when progress slows. They want instant expertise without the grind. The 1% commit to one craft, embracing years of effort for greatness. Mastery demands obsession, a burning desire to be the best. Pick something you love, whether writing, coding, or cooking, and make it your mission. The 1% don't just work, they live their craft. The Mastery Framework has 4 steps. First, obsess over your goal. Visualize being world-class daily to fuel motivation. Second, master the fundamentals. Great chefs perfect basic knife skills. Top coders nail simple algorithms. Spend 10 minutes daily drilling basics. Small, focused reps build a rock-solid foundation. Third, create a training routine. Schedule 30 minutes daily to practice deliberately, focusing on weak spots. Fourth, never stop improving. After every session, ask, what's one thing I can do better tomorrow? This 1% tweak compounds into elite skill. Why do most fail? They skip fundamentals, chasing flashy techniques or lack a routine, practicing sporadically. Worst, they plateau, thinking they're good enough. The 1% stay hungry, always seeking the next edge. Track your progress in a journal to spot patterns and push past plateaus. If you're stuck, study the best, read their books, watch their work, and model their habits. Your challenge: for 30 days, pursue mastery in one craft. Pick a skill, spend 10 minutes daily on fundamentals, and 20 minutes practicing deliberately. Log each session, noting one improvement for the next day. The 99% will flit between hobbies, never going deep. You'll build skills that set you apart. Mastery isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. While others settle for average, you'll stack 1% gains, inching toward greatness. Start today. Choose your craft. Drill one fundamental. Plan your practice. Keep going, and you'll join the elite who shape the world. Chapter 13. Staying ahead forever. What keeps the world's best at the top? They never stop growing. The 1% know complacency is death in a world that evolves daily. To sustain 1% daily improvement for life, you must become a forever student, always curious, always challenged, always pushing. This chapter shows you how to avoid stagnation and build a lifestyle of lifelong growth, ensuring you stay ahead forever. Complacency is the silent killer. The 99% reach a goal, job, degree, or milestone, and coast, thinking they've made it. Skills erode, knowledge fades, and they're left behind. The 1% reject this, treating success as a starting line, not a finish. They ask daily, who am I becoming? This question keeps them hungry, fueling 1% gains year after year. Write it down every morning to anchor your focus on growth. The forever student mindset has three pillars: curiosity, challenging environments, and discomfort. Curiosity drives learning. Ask one question daily, like, how can I improve this? Or, what don't I know? Surround yourself with people who push you. Join a group, find a mentor, or engage online with those better than you. The 1% seek discomfort, taking risks like new skills or tough projects. Each stretch compounds their edge. Try one uncomfortable action daily, like cold calling or learning a complex topic. Lifelong discipline ties it all together. The 1% make growth non-negotiable, like brushing their teeth. Pick one daily habit, 10 minutes of reading, practice, or reflection, and never skip it. Use a journal to track progress. Seeing decades of 1% wins builds pride. If you slip, the 2-day rule, never miss 2 days, keeps you on track. The 99% let discipline fade. You'll make it your identity. Your challenge: for 30 days, live as a forever student. Ask one curious question daily. Engage with one challenging person or group weekly, and do one uncomfortable task daily, like public speaking or tackling a weakness. Log these and one daily habit in a journal. The 99% will settle for comfort. You'll keep climbing. Staying ahead isn't about one big push, it's a lifestyle. While others plateau, you'll stack 1% gains, becoming sharper, stronger, wiser. Start today. Ask one question, seek one challenge, act on one habit. Keep going, and you'll lead the pack for life. Conclusion: your 1% journey starts now. You've learned the secret of the 1%. Small, daily improvements, 1% better every day, compound into extraordinary results. From rewiring your mindset to mastering habits, focus, discipline, and resilience, you now hold a blueprint to transform your life. The question isn't whether it works, it's whether you'll act. This conclusion isn't a goodbye, it's a launch pad for your 1% journey, urging you to start today and make growth a lifestyle. The 1% rule is simple but powerful. Tiny actions, done consistently, outpace the biggest efforts of the 99%. Reading one page, doing 5 push-ups, or practicing a skill for 10 minutes daily seems small, but in a year, you're miles ahead. The 99% chase quick fixes, diets, hacks, or viral fame that fade fast. You know better. Success isn't a sprint or a one-time win. It's a lifestyle of showing up, learning, and improving, day after day. This book has equipped you with tools: a growth mindset to embrace challenges, reading habits to unlock knowledge, systems for focus and discipline to stay on track, and mental toughness to thrive under pressure. You've learned to think strategically, act relentlessly, and pursue mastery. But tools are useless without action. The 1% don't just read, they execute. They ask daily, "Who am I becoming?" and let the answer drive them. Write this question on your mirror today to keep it front and center. Your journey starts with one step. The 99% will close this book, return to old habits, and wonder why nothing changes. You're different. You've seen how 1% gains in learning, confidence, or skills can reshape your future. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The next 365 days will pass regardless. Will you be the same, or will you be unrecognizable, sharper, stronger, and closer to your dreams? Here's your final challenge. For 30 days, commit to one 1% habit. Pick an area, health, learning, or a skill, and choose a tiny action like 10 minutes of reading or one bold conversation. Schedule it, track it in a journal, and use the 2-day rule. Never miss 2 days. Share your goal with a friend for accountability. This small start will spark momentum, proving you can grow daily. The world rewards those who keep improving and leaves behind those who coast. You're not here to coast. You're here to lead, to become the 1% who shape their destiny. Start today. One action, one win, one step toward the life you want. Keep stacking 1% gains, and years from now, you'll look back, amazed at how far you've come. not from luck, but from choosing growth every day. Your journey starts now. Go.